The Friends of Eddie Coyle, by George V. Higgins, is a gritty crime novel that delves into the seedy underworld of Boston's criminal underworld in the 1970s. The novel follows the life of Eddie Coyle, a small-time crook and a low-level gunrunner, as he navigates the dangerous and treacherous landscape of the criminal underworld. The story opens with Eddie Coyle facing a dilemma. He's been caught smuggling guns and is facing jail time. To avoid a lengthy sentence, he must provide information to the authorities about other criminals, including his friends and associates, in exchange for a reduced sentence. Eddie is torn between betraying his friends and saving his own skin. As Eddie becomes entangled in a web of deception and betrayal, the story unfolds through a series of conversations and interactions among the various characters. The novel is known for its unique writing style, which is characterized by a realistic and authentic use of dialogue, reflecting the vernacular speech and criminal jargon of the Boston underworld. Through the conversations of the characters, the reader is exposed to the inner workings of the criminal underworld, including the illegal gun trade, the distribution of drugs, and the intricacies of criminal organizations. The novel portrays a gritty and brutal world, where loyalties are constantly tested, and violence is never far away. As Eddie tries to navigate this treacherous world, he must contend with rival criminals, corrupt cops, and his own moral dilemmas. He forms uneasy alliances and makes difficult choices to survive in a world where everyone is looking out for themselves. One of the key themes of the novel is loyalty and betrayal. Eddie grapples with the concept of loyalty to his friends and associates, but also the desire to save himself. He is faced with difficult moral choices that force him to question his values and determine what he is willing to sacrifice to stay alive. Another prominent theme in the novel is the harsh reality of the criminal world. The story portrays the grim and unforgiving nature of the criminal underworld, where violence, betrayal, and deception are common occurrences. The characters in the novel are portrayed as flawed and morally ambiguous, and the story does not shy away from depicting the brutal and ugly aspects of the criminal lifestyle. The novel also touches on the corrupting influence of power and money. Many of the characters are motivated by greed and the pursuit of wealth, which leads them to engage in illegal activities and make morally compromising decisions. The story portrays how the lure of money and power can corrupt individuals and lead them down a dark path. In addition to its gritty portrayal of the criminal underworld, The Friends of Eddie Coyle also offers insights into the social and economic issues of the time. Set in the 1970s, the novel depicts a changing landscape in America, with economic downturns, political corruption, and social unrest. The story provides a snapshot of the era and the challenges faced by individuals trying to survive in a changing society. George V. Higgins' writing style is distinctive, with a focus on dialogue and a keen ear for capturing the nuances of speech. The novel is written in a vernacular style, using the unique speech patterns and colloquialisms of the characters, which adds to its authenticity and realism. The dialogue is sharp, witty, and often darkly humorous, providing a window into the minds of the characters and their interactions with each other. The characters in The Friends of Eddie Coyle are richly drawn, with their own distinct personalities and motivations. Eddie Coyle is a complex protagonist, a flawed and morally conflicted character who is forced to make difficult choices to survive. The supporting characters, including other criminals, law enforcement officers, and innocent bystanders, are equally well drawn, with their own unique voices and perspectives. The novel's plot is driven by the interactions and relationships between the characters, as they navigate the dangerous and unpredictable world of crime and betrayal. The story is filled with twists and turns, as Eddie Coyle tries to outmaneuver his enemies and stay one step ahead of the law. As the story progresses, Eddie's situation becomes increasingly dire, and he must confront the consequences of his choices. The tension builds to a climactic and shocking conclusion, as the truth behind Eddie's actions is revealed and the consequences of his decisions come crashing down upon him. The Friends of Eddie Coyle is a gritty and realistic portrayal of the criminal underworld, filled with complex characters, authentic dialogue, and a compelling plot. It offers a raw and unflinching look at the dark side of human nature, exploring themes of loyalty, betrayal, greed, and the corrupting influence of power. The novel is a classic in the crime fiction genre, praised for its authenticity, sharp writing, and vivid characters.